Just a pilot in his cockpit seated. Black leather on his ass, keep a hustler heated.
Okay, so what I'm going to do here in this video is do a miles per gallon test. So an MPG test, mileage test for the stage 1 tune versus the factory tune. Now, I did the best I could to control the variables on this test. I went to the exact same pump each time. I took the exact same route at the exact same speed, and I did the Houston tollway loop, which turned out to be 88.1 miles, which is a lot of miles. So I did the whole 88.1 mile loop at exactly 70 miles an hour. I tried to drive slowly as I accelerated onto the freeway, and luckily both times, because I did this very late at night, because I was trying to control as much as I could, I was able to stay on the freeway the entire, or at least most of the 88 miles, except for when I was getting off the freeway and getting on, of course. I was able to stay at exactly 70 miles an hour, so probably 78 of those miles are going to be exactly 70 miles an hour. Cruise control on, no AC on. You'll see in the video the AC markers. I had the fan blowing. It was in the 70s, outside, so it wasn't hot, but it wasn't cool enough to where it didn't not suck not having AC. But the windows up all the way, the fan running in the car slowly, but no actual AC compressor. And that's it. So same pump. I took it to the very first click each time. And yeah, so I controlled as much as I could. Now for the tunes. For the first test, you'll see I have the stage 1 tune on the car. Now, I had that stage 1 tune on the car for probably a few hundred miles, maybe 500 miles or so. And you'll see in the parking lot, I switched to I actually removed the tune completely for the car, so it has not just the stage 0 tune, but it actually has the factory tune. So I removed the COBB software from the car completely and put the factory tune back on there. So one thing to note is I do have a CNT intercooler on the car and a AEM charge pipe. So those things were on the car, which may affect the data. I don't think it would affect it by much, if at all, if any, but just to note something I had. So here I'll show you the test that I did, and then after that we'll come back and we'll talk about the data. I just filled it up. It is 8:36. Just got a full tank. I'm at the gas station. We're gonna reset the mileage. Okay, we're gonna go on our way. Okay, we're driving. We're at about 41.6 miles. It's about halfway around the loop. Currently at 35.4 miles per gallon. And the entire time I've been at exactly 70 miles an hour. I have not had any reason to change the speed. So far 35.4, and this is with the stage 2, or excuse me, this is with the stage 1 tune. OTS. Alright, just finished the drive. I went a total of 88.1 miles. Got 34.8 miles per gallon on the computer, on the car, according to the car. And this was with the stage 1 OTS COBB tune. So now I'm going to fill it up, record the gallons, and get a more accurate reading. And then I'm going to switch it back to the stock tune and then try it out again. Do the same 88.1 mile drive. All right. All right, just to keep things consistent here, I'm just going till it hits the first click. This is the same pump that I filled up with the first time. It's also the same pump that I'm going to come back with when I do the stock tune. And that was 2.863 gallons. Alright, I'm going to put the Stock tune on now. Now I'm not going to do the simulated stock. I'm going to actually remove the COBB completely. All right, just took off the stock tune, or took off the stage 1 tune. So I'm now back to stock. Gonna reset the mileage and go again. Okay, just an update. I've now gone 44 miles. This is on the stock tune, so no tune at all. It's reading 33.9 miles per gallon. And again, I've been able to have the cruise at 70 the entire time. Haven't slowed down, haven't changed anything since we started. Okay, another update. I've now gone 73.8 miles. It's reading 33.9 miles per gallon. And this is with the stock tune, no tune at all. So we'll see how it goes when we pump it up. Just got back from the circle with the stock tune. Again, 88.1 miles, perfect. And the computer is reading 33.9, which I think is 1.5 miles per gallon lower than it read with the stage 1. So I'm going to fill it up and see what the pump says. All right, going to fill up the car now. This is going to be the gas with from the circle with the stock tune. All right, pump just stopped. 2.882. Don't remember what it was before. But we'll have to see. So 2.882, 88.1 miles again. So I'm gonna crunch the numbers when I get home and see what we're at. I'm installing the stage 2 or stage 1. Why do I keep calling it stage 2? I'm installing the stage 1 right back on the cart right now. Okay, so as you can see from that test, pretty interesting. It was I was rather shocked to see that there wasn't a major difference in the mileage between the two tunes. Actually, you could argue that they're the same. Now, as I said before, I didn't drive the car on the factory tune. And I tuned it. I changed the tune right there in the gas station, then drove the car again. So maybe things would change if the car had a chance to learn as it was driving. So maybe the fuel trims would have gotten perfected. I don't think so. I think it would have been the same thing. But that's just the one variable. I'm just trying to be as unbiased as possible and just make sure this is as scientific as I can possibly make it. Both trips were 88.1 miles driven at 70 miles an hour, keep in mind. So with the stage 1 tune, it used 2.863 gallons. And with the factory tune, it used 2.882 gallons. So that is, you know, a hundredth of 200ths of a gallon difference, which equates to, with the stage 1 tune, 30.77 miles per gallon, and with the factory tune, 30.57 miles per gallon. So I think that's safe to say that's the same. Now, the only thing, like I said, the factory tune hadn't been on the car for, you know, except for any time except for the trip. So if the ECU needed to learn a little bit to get more efficient, then that clearly wouldn't have been the case. But I don't think that's the case. It was assuming the factory tune that it records has all the data in there. I mean, I had the factory tune on the car for several thousand miles, so I don't know. I don't know if that makes a difference. I don't think so personally, but that's the only thing that you can keep in mind if you want to say the data is BS. But you know, 30.77 versus 30.57. Of course, the stage 1 edged it out on miles per gallon by, you know, 0.2 miles per gallon. That's well within the margin of error. You could say that's the same. So I would venture to say that the stage 1 tune does not reduce fuel economy at all. One thing to keep in mind, the reason why I did the test this way is I just wanted to see if the tune affected the mileage at all. Not factoring in driving around, because clearly if I'm driving and I use more power in the city because the stage 1 tune has more power, more boost, it's going to get worse mileage because more fuel equals power. So more fuel, more power, worse mileage. So that's not something that I wanted to factor in, because clearly it's how you drive the car that's going to really determine what kind of mileage you get. What I want to know is what the car is capable of. And the best way to do that is to test highway. So I'm confident that at least between the factory tune and stage 1, you don't lose anything in fuel economy. If any, you gain, but I don't even think you gain. I think it's the same. That's, of course, with the caveat that you're not boosting and using more fuel. As long as you're not using more fuel, you'll get better or the same mileage. All right, another thing I'm going to do is eventually I'm going to get a downpipe on the car, a J-pipe, and so I'll repeat the test then with the J-pipe on and the stage 2 tune, so then we'll see what that does. Now, if anyone has any other suggestions on how they want me to test things, let me know. I had looked around quite a bit and I wasn't able to find any conclusive data about fuel economy on the tunes, because that was one of my big concerns. It's one of the reasons I got the WRX over the STI, because I wanted fuel economy, and the STI's fuel economy is just way too bad for a car with a 2.5 liter engine. That's just, I want to get much better mileage out of a 4-cylinder car. So the WRX has excellent mileage, as you can see, 30 miles per gallon for a car that with the stage 1 tune, it's probably making right around 300 horsepower, a little bit under. With the factory tune, 268 horsepower, 30 miles per gallon highway, like actual highway 30 miles per gallon at 70 miles per hour. That's excellent mileage. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Did I do something wrong? Can I do something better? Just let me know, and be sure to subscribe, because I'll be doing these types of things in the future. All right, thanks everybody.